joins me live. So there you were, sitting minding your own business, and you thought, I've got a great idea, boom.
I did.
And it has gone literally global and viral.
I can't believe it. I feel utterly overwhelmed by how it snowballed, but it just shows what an important issue is to so many people and that they hold it in their hearts, because 3 million people have seen the posts and have reached out, and it just shows that we need to get talking about this and to eradicate all fear about talking about it.
Sure. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because people who, like Alistair Campbell, who a lot of folk will know, having worked for Mr Blair and what have you, he gave great voice to this as well, and people, oh, that's Mr Campbell, he's from the political world, what have you. I don't mean it at all rudely. You're an ordinary lass doing an extraordinary thing.
Well, I think it's the most ordinary people that do the most extraordinary things. I think mental illness is so universal. It affects everyone. It doesn't matter what colour you are, where you're from, how old you are, whether you've had your 5 fruit and veg a day. It has no prejudices about who it affects, and so we shouldn't have any prejudices about it.
Do you think at the heart of that prejudice, and we're talking about things like alcoholism, like depression, schizophrenia, an enormously wide range of things, that fear is the real enemy?
Absolutely, absolutely, because it holds you back from everything. And I think as well in our society, because there are so many pressures on us, we are terrified to appear vulnerable or weak because it's such a struggle to get ahead. And I think if we can get people talking and make a society where it is fine to say, I have depression, I have OCD, I have anxiety, then we will be in a much more honest society.
A couple of MPs very bravely admitted to their own depression in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
So what about that lot? Have they seen what you've done? Have they measured the impact that you've had? Do you get any buzz at all from ministers?
Well, I am at the moment trying to contact Luciana Berger, because obviously she's doing a lot of good work for that. And David Cameron, I have tweeted at him a lot, but he has not replied. But he has pledged £1 billion to mental health services, and I want him to stick to that pledge, because last year the government cut £35 million from mental health services, even though they had made promises, and it's not good enough. If they want a happy, healthy society, they need to be flooding the NHS with money and mental health services with money for the funds.
I suspect the message is received. Thank you so much for coming in.
I hope they're listening.
Laura Darrall started the It Affects Me campaign by posting a picture of herself online with a post-it note on her forehead. That was 8 days ago. Since then, her friends and thousands more have been sharing their own selfies. Even Neighbours star Dr Carl Kennedy. Well, I'm delighted to say Laura joins me now. Hello, Laura. Even Neighbours star Dr Carl Kennedy.
He's a hero. What can I say?
Did you realise that something that started off as a very small idea would just go so big?
I had no idea it would snowball to this, but it just shows how important it is and how many people it does affect and how important it is to millions of people. The campaign has been seen by 3 million people across the globe, which is completely overwhelming.
Why did you feel the need to do this?
I felt the need to do this because last year I had a mental breakdown, and when I was at my lowest, I felt isolated and so alone. And what I would have loved is for someone to have gone, hey, me too. And I think when I came out of it, the other side, I wanted to be that me too for everyone else who can't speak out.
But there was a particular low moment for you when you were on the tube. But there was someone who reached out for you, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. It was amazing, actually. So I was very upset on the tube and was crying on the tube. And before she got off, a woman handed me a note which said, "You are very special and loved by many." And I think it is so important for people to reach out and talk, which is why I've started this campaign. For example, I've had so many people contact me who I've never met before. I had one woman contact me who has said that she's suffering with postnatal depression, and this campaign has enabled her to talk to her husband and get them chatting.
You've had a huge response. You have tweeted the Prime Minister, David Cameron.
I have indeed.
Have you had a response from him?
No, he's probably washing his hair. David Cameron has pledged £1 billion to mental health services, and I want him to stick to it because they cut it by £35 million last year, and it's not good enough. If he wants a happy and healthy Britain, he needs to flood the NHS with money and mental health services with money. There's no excuse.
Well, Laura, we wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you very much for coming in to talk to us about this.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.